Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? Hello, everyone. I have a question. Let me talk to my white brothers. Let me say something to you guys. I'm talking about everybody who support Trump. I'm coming to you because I'm letting you know, okay, you got all these tax breaks that he's giving the super rich, the rich people, the 1%er. Who are these 1%ers? Ask yourself that. Don't don't comment on this video. I don't need to hear it. Just think. I'm giving you something to think about. And I want you guys to think about it. Matter of fact, everyone who voted for him, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about this. Who are these 1%ers that he's giving these tax breaks to? What? Another question. What are you gaining from this? By you voted for him. What you think you're gonna gain from him? Another. Okay, he's been in there 2 years, rolling 3 years in a minute. How's your life going for you guys who voted for him financially? Do you have to work a second job? Do you just ask yourself that? Is it any better for you? Are we 2 years in? How is your how is your life financially? Mm. They're saying there's more jobs out there. It probably is, but they're underpaid jobs. You can't survive on that salary. That's all game. They run a game on it and you guys fell for it. I ain't fell for it. I know better than that. I'm trying to make ends meet and still trying to make ends meet since he's been in there. It's got worse. Ask yourself, how are you doing? Because you vote them in and you vote this Congress in. You think it's worse for you now? It's gonna get worse. You ain't gonna be able to survive. Only ones benefit from this from the president is the rich. You guys just don't see it. Hmm. You probably living day to day. You got these bills coming in, your utility bills. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna pay this. I'm gonna pay that. And some of you probably making good $20 an hour. You know, for some you still, but most everybody else is making minimum wage or a little over. Fact. But if you can't survive making 20, you here's my point. You make it $20 an hour, say for instance, and you still struggling or trying to maintain something not right. Something just ain't right about that. Now, if a person making $20 an hour and they got to try to get out there and they have to get a second job, they had to pick up a second job just to make ends meet. I can imagine what you guys making minimum wage, how bad it is for you. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for this antics going on with this guy. This guy is not right. He's not for you. He's for himself and the super rich. That's who getting all the tax. That's who getting all the tax cuts. That's who benefiting off of it. Cause we're not benefiting off of it. But they throw like, oh, you see another guy tax. When you file your taxes, you should see an extra $1,200. That's nothing but $100, man. That's $100 a month. That's all. That's not nothing. You can make that on the streets. What is $100? It's a different if he said you'll see an extra 1,000 to $5,000 a month. Then you talking. He's doing something. You ain't doing nothing they ain't doing nothing when they promise you an extra $5,000 to $2,000 on your tax return. That's nothing. That's $100 to $200 a month. $2,000 a year. That's no money. But you guys just looking at, I know what it is. You looking at the fact that it's $1,200 or $2,000, whatever the case may be. You're just looking at the big lump sum of it. But if you look at the whole thing in a whole, that's no money. That's just $100. $100 a month. If you get an extra 12, if you get 2,500, that's like 100 and something a month. That's no money. That's nothing. Meanwhile, you got the rich getting millions. Tax break, millions. You do the math. It doesn't make any sense. None. Dude, I have to do extra things to make ends meet in my household. And I shouldn't be. This is crazy. Kids can't, my kids are grown. So I can feed myself. But at the same time, what if my kids was 2, 3 years old? I'd be struggling to feed my family. And I know some of you guys out there struggling to feed your family. You gonna let this guy take this away from you? Take food, clothing, a roof away from your kids' head? Look at your kids. For everybody that are parents out there who's working 2 jobs, maybe 3. Working tireless hours. Barely see your kids because you working these jobs just to provide for your kids, your family. Make sure they get a roof over their head, a warm meal in their stomach, and warm clothes on their bodies. You're not going to be able to afford this in a minute. This is not a joke. You guys looking at don't vote because out of hate. Look at your kids. If you vote these guys in with their rhetoric, and it get hard for you, I don't want to hear nothing about is Obama fault, Bush fault, past president fault. It's your fault because this guy did more crazy stuff in the 2 years that any president did in their lifetime, or they 4 to 8 terms. Any past presidents. I mean, do you want the best for your kids? Because this is not the best for your kids. This is not your best. How about the people who on Social Security? How about they cut my wife already? She disabled. They cut her short. medical benefits, everything. They cut her. She can't work. She got a fucking fuse back. But this is what they do. They cut her short. And when they say they take away stuff and they want to take your Social Security, it's real. I'm a witness of that. They cut my wife. I'm a witness. You know how much it is we got to pay for her to go to the doctor? Even insurance ain't, the insurance is crap. It ain't gotten worse. I haven't had a raise on my job in so long, but I gotta work. But guess what? Medical benefits just went up again. But if you don't have insurance, you get penalized for it. It's the truth. I'm a witness of this stuff. I've seen it unfold in my lifetime. Hold up. Hello? 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 That's why with over 40 years of Medicare experience, we'll be there for you. We can even help schedule your appointments. Hello? December 7th. If you're Medicare eligible, call now and talk to United Healthcare about our plans. This is crazy. I'm just saying, guys, it's only going to get worse. Stop thinking out of hate, because when it hits your home, it never a problem until it hits your home. I've been speaking up about this for a while now, but nobody else wants to speak on this problem. They want to vote off hate. But when the shit hits the fan and hits your home, look at yourself in the mirror and blame yourself. Because you the one put this guy in office. This guy don't care about nobody but Donald Trump. Come on. He don't even like his own damn kids. When you say things against your kids, you don't want Junior to be Junior because you fear that he'll be a failure. Something is wrong with you. That's your flesh and blood. I would never say that about my kid. I don't care how they turn out. You don't say that about your kid. You guys get out there and vote. Get this guy out of there. I'm speaking to y'all out there. This is serious. I'm speaking as American. I'm speaking up as a citizen of this country. You guys get out there and vote. Y'all need to do this because he's steady putting racist rhetoric out there. He apologized like he did, which we know somebody wrote it for him, but the true Donald Trump comes out when he at that podium. He's a racist. But this guy here is trying to hurt. He's a traitor to this country. He's a traitor. This guy doing some crazy stuff. He trying to, okay, you're going to have so many people dying if this Social Security and this health care, he gets what he wants. Your parents, if they sick, you can kiss them goodbye. Because they're going to need that medicine, somebody going to have to get the medicine. And you're struggling already. How you don't feel that your parents in your face dying because you can't afford to get the meds that they need because of the president and what he put in place? Fault yourself. You killed your parents. When you vote for him, you killed your parents. God forbid that don't happen, but if it does, he get what he want. You killed your parents. Fault yourself. When your kids don't eat because you voted for this type of behavior, fault yourself. You starve your kids. This is your boy. I'm out. Peace.